Hey everyone, Leah here. Today I'm here to help you out, my pom-pom fam. Like, this is an opportunity for you to outshine every other candidate in the job market for the position that you're going for, whether that's an internship, your dream job, the transition that you're making. I got you. I've been on both sides of interviewing for jobs, but I've been more on the other side of the table where I interviewed more than 100 different people out there. And so far there were more people that wasted my time that drove me nuts to make this video, because I think this is a really great simple shift in your interview strategy that can literally make you stand out among all the other candidates that the hiring manager is constantly interviewing. All right, mistake number one. Now, this one really drives me nuts because 99% of the people are trying to sell their past rather than selling the future of what it's going to look like when that person joins the company and gets the job. When a company selects you for the interview stage, that already means that they like your background, your resume, experience, skill sets you may have, and whatever you wrote on the application and cover letter, that's already a past story. What we want to really know in the interview stage is what value are you going to bring to the future of the company that is worth for me to hire you and worth for me to pay you whatever salary you are asking for. And remember that companies are not paying for your background, your experience, your skill sets. The company is paying you for the value that you're going to create once you're in the role and inside the company. Now, far too often, most candidates, literally 99% of the candidates, are so focused on saying like, look at me, look how great I am, I have
this experience, that experience, I can do this and that.
This is exactly the same situation when you go out for dating. When you're going out on a date, you want to know what your future is going to look like with this person. You care less about their upbringing, what they can do, what their personality is. It's more about when you and I come together, what is that joint future going to look like? What is our marriage going to look like? I want to know more about that. And it's very, very hard for an interviewer or the hiring manager to get that out of you if you're not painting that future roadmap for the hiring managers. A very easy way to do this and paint the picture for your hiring manager is actually providing feedback of whatever the company is doing publicly. And I would say, hey, I noticed that you guys are running this Slow Down Skincare campaign. Have you considered doing XYZ to grow the reach of that campaign? Or have you considered these type of opportunities that you might be missing on? It seems like it's a very low-hanging fruit that can be easily capitalized on, or that, is worth considering. So by providing this feedback, you're not only showing that you have that critical eye and perspective to do the job, but it also shows that you're very interested in this company and you've been observing the campaign, the initiatives, or whatever activities that the company is doing. That also shows loyalty and passion. And you can also use this interview stage to pitch ideas of, hey, I'm gonna be applying for this influencer manager position at KraveBeauty. It could also be a really great growth opportunity for KraveBeauty to expand on working with these type of talents that you probably haven't considered before. Okay, the second biggest mistake that really throws hiring managers off is not researching enough about the company. It's terrible feeling when you come across a candidate that you know for sure that this candidate is applying for like 10 different companies and they're just hoping to land on one job and they're happy with it. We don't want that person. As much as we love your background and your experience, skill sets, we ultimately would like to grow with this person and invest in this person's career path, the growth and the potential. But it's gonna be hard if you don't show that commitment from the first place. A lot of the people come to KraveBeauty's interviews not knowing fully about what the KraveBeauty actually stands for, what the philosophy is, what the products are, what they're doing publicly, and what they are not doing publicly. These are the things that would be so appreciated if you just come prepared and convinced that this is the only company that matters to me, even though like the reality can be different. You can be applying to 10 different companies, but for 10 different companies, I hope you can do the same thing, to do all the digging, all the research, so that you can literally pitch that you are the perfect person and a committed person to do the job for this company. Honestly, for me personally, and I don't know about any other hiring managers like thought process, but if I have a candidate A who's really qualified in terms of the experience, skill sets, background, and who's less interested in the company, and who I know that that person's applying for like 10 different companies for the same exact role, versus a candidate that has less experience, less skill sets, but shows some potential with the skill sets, less relevant background, but knows extremely well about the company and shows that commitment and passion in the first place, that that person can grow and be groomed into the role with very little management, I think I would choose this candidate. Also, behind the curtains, we're also assessing the cultural fit. Cultural fit just basically means that, are you aligned with our mission and values? And if you have done at least a research about what that company stands for, what values that company operates based on, and what the principles are, it's going to be easier for you to see, first of all, if you align with those values, and second of all, to really apply those value sets into how you address situations and interview questions, and the demeanor, the mannerisms, and how you just prepare for the interview too. So mission value alignment, cultural fit is something that would not be asked necessarily in the interview questions, but is constantly assessed behind the doors. All right, so the last mistake that I do see happening is not asking smart questions at the end. A lot of the interviewers or hiring managers would leave maybe 5 to 10 minutes at the end of the interview to have you ask questions about the role, the company culture, and whatnot. And a lot of the candidates do take this time to ask about the company culture, what the compensation is, what the benefits are, XYZ, and these are, very fair questions. But what really makes you stand out as a candidate is asking really smart questions, using this last minute of the time window, and keeps the interviewers, the hiring managers, on their toes. And that question can be as simple as, hey, what does success look like for this role? And the interviewer or the hiring manager will say XYZ, then this is the chance, this is another chance for you to appeal that you are fit for that role and you are set up for that success. Or simply the success of the role, if that doesn't match your skill sets and which the outcome that you're looking for out of this role, this can also be a deal breaker for you, and you can make your decision after interviewing. You can just walk away from the role because it's not something that you're interested in doing or you're looking for. So always keep that in mind. And secondly, I think another example question that really stood out to me is, what challenges are you facing right now in this department that I'm going to join that I can quickly help solve, or that I'll be taking on? And I think this is such a great question, because every company approaches hiring from a problem-solving standpoint. There's a very clear challenge or a bottleneck or something that they need to solve immediately, therefore created this role to hire potentially you. And what you can do is to show that you're ready for the job and you can solve this challenge and this problem that the entire company or the organization is facing. And if the hiring manager can answer what the exact challenge that they're facing with regarding the role or regarding the entire department, you can jump in and use that as another opportunity to sell what the future can look like once you join the company. Please, please, please do ask smart questions. There is no dumb questions, but I do think it's important for you to use that last 10 minutes of the time to really sell the future once again, and leave the interview with assurance and strong affirmation that you are ready for the role. Those were the 3 interview mistakes that I come across the most that really drives me nuts. But hopefully you guys, Pom Pom Fam, can use this as an opportunity to literally outshine all the other candidates and get the job that you want. And if you tried this and it worked, please come back to this video in the comment box and let other people know and share some tips that you guys learned throughout. And good luck for those who are preparing for a job interview. Like, I wish you nothing but amazing success. And if you have any other content requests related to this topic, I'm all ears. I'll be more than happy to give you tips and tricks because I've been there and done that, and I'm on the other side of the table, so I'll be able to share more context, more perspectives coming from that side of the table too. So thank you so much for tuning in, and love y'all. Take care. Bye.